minutes past 7. Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. We're continuing our focus on that unfortunate incident in Nyanya where a lot of people lost their lives. And the Minister there of Health speaking about the casualty figures, which at this moment, excuse me, he never could actually place a particular number to it because several reports, several accounts, and eyewitnesses say what they have to say. But, well, yes, we heard the Minister. But Olatunbosun Abolarinwa joins us this morning. He's a security consultant. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Well, continuously focusing on this matter with a view to seeking a solution. I mean, what should we be doing? We know that the agencies have got to step up, stand up and be counted and do what they have to do. But when you listen to some of their accounts and how some of these things happened, those who could have been saved, it leaves a lot of questions concerning what could have been done or how we're handling all of this. But from what you've seen, what do you think?
Well, like I always say, before I do that, please first allow me to condole with the family of those who lost their lives in this unfortunate incident. I pray that God will touch their heart and be with them at this difficult time. I will also love to commend the men of the armed forces who are out there working 24/7 to contain this. Not that we have achieved anything at the moment, but just as members of the public are losing their lives, so members of the armed forces too are losing their lives, and we also want to condole with their family and the country as a whole. Coming back to your question, any threat to security of lives and property anywhere in the world is not a palatable situation. And I will still want to remind us that Nigeria is not the only country going through this at the moment. The only problem we seem to have in Nigeria is the way we respond to it or the way we are handling it. The quality of the political will of the government in tackling it. How ready is our government? How serious, how sincere are they to tackle this is something that is worth looking at. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they are not doing anything, and I'm not saying a lot of money and a lot of effort have not gone into containing threat to security of lives and property.
Okay, let me even jump in so you can continue in that same train of thought, because in security matters, people always say, what they will, because lives are concerned and there could be emotions, tempers flaring. I say, well, but is it a fair commentary if people compare the results from what they see as opposed to the amount of effort that people are putting in? Because I hear people say, look, yeah, in some cases you have to consider the efforts that they're putting in. But when people tell you, look, but yes, you may put in 100% of the effort, but look at the results.
Okay, my simple response to that is very, very simple. Out of the 30 or 31 days we have in a month, how many days do we have terrorist attacks since the beginning? If we look at it from that ratio, should we say that if we have 4 attacks out of 31 days in a month, does that mean that the terrorists are not working to strike every day? So before we blame the effort, I'm not saying we shouldn't, if we have the right fact and figure to lay blame on the way we deal with it. Do you understand? When 9/11 happened, some people took some nasty blames. I myself look at the whole setting and then I was not well learned in the issue of security, but I realized that, well, if this has been done, it shouldn't have been this bad. So all I'm really going to say is that there are efforts being put in place, but people who are willing to come out of the bush in the middle of the express between Lokoja and Abuja to kidnap motorists and kill them and maim them while operation is going on in the far north, or while operation is going on in one forest by the member of the armed forces, they are willing to pool their resources into another forest and pull out 136 students in the school to be taken to somewhere we don't know, are one of the most difficult type of people to tackle.
The thing
it is called guerrilla war.
The thing is this.
American and UK are not winning that at the moment.
The thing is this. I mean, much as, yes, in China, we're not alarmist about some of these things. We do understand and appreciate the amount of work security agencies are putting into all of this. I mean, people's families are also involved in all of those. But the thing about some of this is that our approach to security, I mean, if you look at the length and breadth of this country, there are people who work all kinds of jobs, people who work on shifts, and if they've got to be there midnight, essential services, they are there.
Yeah.
So when we say, look, guerrilla war and all of this, don't we leave the impression with people that it's a little more difficult than people think it is? But if they come in and say, look, this is security. If I have to be here at midnight, stay awake, watching over, I have to do it. We don't get that sense, do we?
Yeah, we don't get that sense, and that still brings the bulk back to the populace. You understand? I've always said that 380 policemen cannot protect 170 million people successfully. And that brings us back to the orientation of average Nigerian towards security of lives and properties. I share the opinion of the chairman of CAN, FCT, who said that it is all our collective duty to rise up to the challenges of threat to security of lives and properties. You understand? I don't want to circle terrorism alone and leave kidnapping, armed robberies, ritual killings, which is happening in the town center, and the property belongs to somebody, being neighbors to some people. I don't want, because the moment we're able to take care of security, hopefully if we are, that does not necessarily mean that our security situation in this country.
Are you shying away from giving the stake where you have to? Because look, the thing about some of this is that there are agencies who are doing their best.
Yeah.
There are fantastic men in the forces across board who are giving their best.
Yeah.
But when you have a lot more that are not, it would affect what everybody else does.
I'm not shying away from that. I'm not shying away from the fact that I felt the federal government should do more when it comes to mobilizing people towards how people, the average Nigerian don't know what to do. There must be somebody that must be willing to mobilize everybody to say, we are in a mess. And now that we are in a mess, people, this is what we need to do. In the next couple of weeks now, we will start seeing adverts about election, educating people who are not educated now. Well, this is where we want you to print your thumb. That is a mobilization, a mass mobilization of somebody who wants to gain something for political reasons. Now, is there any program out there where we are telling people this morning on Sunrise, on NTA, on MITV, a program, a well-coordinated program, just not less than 2 minutes to say, today, watch your window. Is there any vehicle parked outside your school area? Security men of various organizations, are you looking at this, and that? We want government to do more of this, to teach people what to do in the area of protection of security of lives and property. There's no amount of money or no amount of gunpowder being deployed. There's nowhere in the world where you can use fire to quench fire. So if we deploy troops from today till eternity, they're not going to solve the problem. There's no amount of artilleries being deployed, no amount of technologies coming from the best part of the world that is going to solve terrorism until we, the citizens of Nigeria, begin to say, okay, enough is enough. This is what we need to do to solve this.
Well, I think, yes, I think the security operatives, they've always done that, but it would seem as if that is also not enough. They've always spoken up and told the people what part they should play.